Morning, guys. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen. Here we go. So we're going to try another one of these fluid wet puddle pours where the paint all breaks into little cells. I don't know how well it's going to work, you guys. Every time I video something, it doesn't work. And if I don't video it, it does work. So I'm going to add a little bit more water. I think my paint was thin enough. So I went back to house paint. I tried Artist Loft Flow Acrylic, and I go through so much paint that I went back to house paint. So my base coat is Beautitone, and it's in an eggshell actually. I will go back to velvet because it is my favorite, but this is Beautitone, and it's mixed about 1:1 with floetrol, and the rest is just water. So it's very, very thin. So as you can see, here we go. This might even be too thick. The hardest thing I found with this technique is consistency of paint. It's, you know what, consistency is key. Like every single technique we do, consistency is either the make it or break it of the piece. I just found that this was really, really picky. So I'm just going to take my time and get some over the canvas. This is a kind of a weird canvas. If it looks gray and shadowy, it's because it is. I don't know, it was a weird canvas. It was kind of like imitation newspaper. Okay, let's try this and see what happens, you guys. My grubby old rag. All right, so my color for my puddle pour is ultramarine blue. It's mixed with a little bit of floetrol, and the balance of that is also water. And we're going to put it on, and then we're going to tilt it all off. So kind of what I figured out at this point with this technique is that you really have to stretch out this blue puddle. Not just move it, we have to stretch it, because if we don't stretch it, it doesn't sell. And it might not sell anyway because I might not have mixed it correctly. But definitely we need to let it go off the corners and then bring it back. Or off the, not necessarily corners, guys, off the edges. Can't just move it around. We have to stretch it. And the better the stretch, I found the more cells it makes. We're just going to go. Sorry if this is off camera, you guys, or off screen. Okay, so we're going to stop there. Take out this little bit of gucky stuff right smack in the middle of my painting, of course. All right, let's add a bit of fire and see what happens. So it is a technique of patience. And I've said many times, I'm not a super patient person. I want everything to work right away. But I am learning to try to be a little more patient with this technique because it does take a little bit of time for things to develop. So from here, we are going to add some colors. Let's just add some colors in and try to create some sort of a pattern and a design on this piece. I might just tip it a little bit more actually. Let's get rid of a little bit more paint. Okay, turn it to me because I like this part better. right, let's just add some color, you guys. This is copper. Again, it's just our normal Liquitex acrylic copper paint mixed about 50-50 with floetrol and water. And we're just going to go in and we're just going to add some colors, and oh goodness, we're going to try not to pour paint all over the table. We just cleaned up one mess. That's it, you guys. You're just going to go in and you're just going to keep playing with this. That's all I've been doing, is just kind of farting around, playing with it. And these cells will continue as this piece kind of starts to, it'll change. It will change. So it is definitely about being really patient, and it's super hard to do. So that's it. We're just going to keep going in here. We're going to add a little bit more color. So this is my equivalent of cloud mix. I didn't have any. I can't get any anywhere. And so I just made my own, and I haven't quite got it totally dialed in yet. And as soon as I do, I will be more than happy to give everybody the recipe. It's not a huge secret. It's just, I don't want people to go out and decide to do this and it doesn't work, because I haven't really totally got it figured out yet. But I will. What else should we add? Should we add maybe some green? Let's try green, you guys. Definitely needs color. Again, craft paint, Deco Art Americana. That's all it is. This is like a heather color, I think it's called. This is the milk paint that just makes these big popping out cells. It's quite pretty, I think. It's very pretty. Okay, so the other thing I've been doing, and I have lots of people have asked questions, is I've been doing some small swipes, like in this area, I've been doing some small swipes with black cell mix, and it's the same cell mix that I was using for bloom pours. Let's make this a little blingier. It seems to work really well. It just adds a little more definition, just a little more interest in the piece. So we're just going to take our palette knife and just right over the top, just going to add some swipes, and then we're just going to blend the swipes in, same as always, guys. So I'm just going to go back over this piece in a few different areas and add some swipes and some color. That's it. That's all I've been doing. Just something different. I was super pumped with blooms. I got on the bloom kick for like a really long time, as you guys know. And then, I don't know, I don't know, I guess after a while I get bored. I don't know. It's time to do something different. There you go. Now you can sort of, my last one wasn't a great example. It didn't really do it. And you know what? If you don't like your swipe it again. There's not a huge rule here, guys. We can just create and make it beautiful and make it your own. And if you're not happy with it, no big deal. You know what? It's all part of learning. I am learning too. This is like, might be piece number 7 now. I'm not sure because I screwed up a bunch of pieces and had them all over the kitchen table and kitchen floor and all the rest of it. But you know what? It's that simple. And it's all part of learning, and we can all do this. Each and every one of us can do this. I could not draw myself a stick man. I've said that many times. I have no background in art. I have no theory in color. I have nothing. I'm just crazy chicken throwing paint around in the kitchen. And you know what? If I can do it, you can do it. It's technique. Consistency is key. Technique is learned. And composition, I say a million times, you know what? We'll keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best, because my compositions aren't always great either. And sometimes I look at things and I think, oh shit, why'd you do that? But live and learn. Okay, guys, I think that's pretty the way it is. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to bring you guys in for a bit of a closer look. It will change a little bit. So when I post the dry pictures on Facebook page, it will look a bit different. But for now, oh gosh, it's not even in camera. What a dummy. All right. Well, that's the end result, but you guys didn't see any of the beginning or the middle because some dummy didn't have it in frame. So I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to thank you for listening to me because you didn't really get to watch me, and I'll probably fiddle with it a little bit more. I'll put up the still on Facebook and the half the video you can see on YouTube. Okay guys, thanks very much. Bye for now.